Welcome back to Truly Heal and our last video in our RIFE training, where we look at applying all this equipment to disease. Wrong. We don't treat disease. We treat the patient who has the disease. When you think about hundreds of diseases, all with their own pathology, all with their own name, they all lead back to 5 root causes. 5 causes that drive and create all of those different names and diseases that we know. So is it not more wise to focus on those instead of getting lost in pathology? With functional medicine, you learn how to go back to the root of the problem. And one of those root problems is your gut, leaky gut, small intestine, bacteria overgrowth, or you have it in your colon, you have toxic anaerobic bacteria, all influencing your health. That's a very big problem. If you have leaky gut, if you have psoriasis, if you have any kind of issue, they radiate from there. It could be that you have many different problems and they all originate from that. Then we have deficiencies, toxicity, hormone problems, systemic health, psychological health, and infections. These are the root problems that we need to address. And like when you take, for example, one heavy metal, lethal dose 1 out of 100 rats, 1 dies with lead. And I take a lethal dose 1 of mercury out of 100 rats, 1 dies. And now I give 1 and 1, I give them each 1 lethal dose. And all of a sudden, all 100 rats die. Lethal dose 1 with 1 doesn't make 2, it makes 100. So we have all the bodies filled with different types of heavy metals, different types of toxins, different types of infections, which all promote and thrive each other. And that's what we need to address. And that's why this equipment is so powerful. Detoxification, super enhanced, infectious load reduced, absolutely a dream. Now you see my chart here in the back. That's how we work through different scenarios, disease scenarios, and we look what fits together. And then we add all the different treatments into this chart to show which one works best. And you can see already ozone, and that's why I put it up on top, is primary number 1. Ozone is not so much a treatment against disease. It's actually more for protection. As soon as you induce this small oxidative stress into your body starts to produce enzymes that protect all healthy cells, and it kills off all unhealthy cells. So it's like a filter process and a protection process in one. It also triggers NRF2, which is a healing response of the body. So the body goes right away into a complete healing reaction. And that's why we always say in every area where it's suitable to use ozone first. It also drives RIFE frequencies and RIFE treatments into a much higher level, into much higher efficiency. And that's why combining those two is important. Now let's look at RIFE treatment, and you can see the red is actually the RIFE frequency. So if you only buy the BCX ULTRA with the plasma tubes or the handheld tubes and foot plates, then that's what you get in all of those areas. And you can see it's very powerful, it's very prominent, that red, because it covers every area you need. Now let's start. First of all, we can kill off gut bacteria that are unhealthy. We can change the gut milieu. We can activate our leaky gut or heal the leaky gut. There's plenty of programs in here that address Helicobacter pylori, Klebsiella, Pseudomonas, different microbes, different parasites. Healing the gut is primary, and you can do that just with the base unit. We can also reduce inflammation, pull out toxicity, activating liver detox pathways, kidney pathways, the glands, sweat glands, all of that is part of RIFE treatment, so you can activate those pathways too. It is very intense with hormones because you can activate your thyroid, your sex hormones, you can deal with your adrenals, reduce the hypothalamus activity in the pituitary gland. Again, we can calm the mind, we can reduce stress, we can balance each other out, we can harmonize. Very beautiful. We can activate certain systems, like if you go in and browse through with all the different areas, you can activate special pathways, detox pathways, and different systems that then, for example, the cardiovascular system, your veins, your inflammation in your veins, all of that can be treated specifically. And then we have infections, and you know, this is what it's actually made for, or where it was mostly become famous for. You can kill off bacteria, fungi, mold, candida, virus, everything without any side effects. And it's not a fast process, it's a slow motion process, and therefore easily to be controlled. So again, a very, very powerful treatment that covers everything. Now, adding to that, we can use, for example, far infrared. And you can see it increases our healing speed and reduces inflammation. It helps with detoxification, because as soon as I put heat into an area, blood vessels open, get wider, more blood flow into the area. Through that, we have more oxygenation, more white blood cells, more lymphocytes, and better detoxification. Very powerful for detoxification. And systemic health in the same way. I activate certain areas with warmth, with far infrared warmth, and through that make them work much better. In regards to infections, the same thing. Certain infections, they need a warm body. That's why we use hypothermia and sauna for those fine capillaries to open up and blood circulation to get in to start the healing process in those areas. PEMF, as you can see, is very prominent as well. The green dots, because it's activated with inflammation, with toxicity, here with systemic health, with psychological, because you can run on the PEMF mat all those low rumbling earth magnetic fields that calm you down, balance the mind, help you sleeping, overcome insomnia. Such beautiful programs. And it deals with cancer treatments direct and with infections, because you can have those low frequencies intermingled by higher frequencies that kill off infections and disease. You realize the combination of all this equipment makes it extremely powerful, and that's why we've put together a few bundles. Now, the base unit is the BCX ULTRA Deluxe, and this is this unit. It comes with the 2 plasma tubes, with the brass handles and footplate and all the cables. And I'm adding as a special bonus those facial ones for free. That's a package that is completely sufficient. As you can see from our previous chart, that's the red part that you would like to do. And before you buy many other things, you know, like rather get your ozone, because combining those two, you have the best of all worlds, and they support each other. So having the base unit allows you to connect different things to it and fire that up. And even if you say, look, I want to start right with this, and then if it all works, I can still add a foot bath or a double bubble beam. And that's fine. At any given stage, you can add those to the program. So let me go back. But if you say, look, I start right away, I'm an arthritis person, so you take the microcurrent bundle and you have the BCX Ultra with all those fabrics. And they help you, you know, putting on the gloves and socks and elbows and have everything run at once and really mellow you into that treatment. You can get for groups, if you say, I'm not alone, my whole family has Lyme disease and we sit every morning together and evening, so why not turn on the double bubble and treat the whole family? Or you do it in a clinic and you get a group of Lyme patients come all together and run through the treatment. It's more for communities, but very, very powerful and saves you a lot of equipment and cables when everybody just sits around. And then we have the foot bath bundle, which, as you see, really pulls out toxins, stimulates organ activity through those foot membrane, foot acupuncture points or acupressure points, because with that electrical stimulation of RIFE frequencies into that zone, all your body starts to detoxify. It's not just through your feet, it's actually through the liver pathway, through the colon, through the kidneys. Everything is activated all at once. And then we have our probably most favorite bundle, those two. These are the PEMF bundle and the far infrared bundle. If you say, look, one is enough, I want to try it out first, you get the far infrared or the PEMF bundle, or the healer bundle, which includes both. And as soon as you go into the last two of those category, the healer bundle or power bundle, I give you the microfiber and the lasers both for free, and you get a discount which is already set. So the healer bundle is probably the most versatile home unit. When you see all those points, when we go back, you see all those points, the green, the red, and the yellow. That's a powerhouse. That covers pretty much everything you need, and that's what it's here for. All right? And then the clinical bundle, where you get everything from the foot bath. This is really if you treat different people, if you have different types of diseases, you would like to set up different stations, then this is the ideal setup. And it saves you a whole lot of money if you get it as a bundle. It's greatly discounted, plus you get all those extras for free. And now scroll down to the bottom of the page, click on the link to Healthy to Be, where you find all of those bundles. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed our RIFE training and learned something. I certainly did. It was a real pleasure to work with all of those devices, test them, try them, work with different clients. It's been a huge eye-opener, and I hope it was one for you too.